Sildar and maybe find out more about Gundren. He may be in a little bit. I'm I'm sure that the red brands need taken care of, but I think they might actually be able to wait. Grunden seems like he might need our help the most right now.
I agree.
I will sleep on it.
Grunden is the lost cousin, correct?
Yeah, he's the
Yes,
dwarf
he's
that
my
was
cousin.
taken by the other bugbear and goblins to the manor or the castle.
While he may need our help more, we have no idea where the castle is, or even who knows where the castle is. It is possible these bandits may know the location of the castle, or might have some information on it.
I'm with Kadoja on that. I'd say we would go after those bandits and see if they have any information on that castle.
Guys, come on, it's my cousin.
Yeah, but we don't know where that castle is
Your
at.
cousin is only one man. This
So,
town is many people.
So let's
I think
ask
we
where
should
the
let-
castle is.
I think we should let fate decide and pull out cards, and the high card, you high card for one person and low card for the other, you know? Or just roll, flip a coin.
Well, I'm not good with this card stuff you're talking about, so I'd
Okay.
say flip the coin.
I'm not.
So before we do
against
this, I want to point
helping your
out.
cousin. I know that came first.
I want to point out that my cousin is actually
I would
in
say
danger.
let's do this.
The town isn't actually in danger.
Just
Like it's not being attacked daily.
No, they're being roughed up a little bit. I mean, it's not
There has already
the red
been
brands
one.
aren't out standing in guard in front of every shop or anything. You know what I mean? It's not at a state of a high alert like that. Definitely
well,
not.
as of right now, they don't know that I am here. Number one. Number two, I would say let me ask Toglin if maybe he would know where the castle is. If anybody will know, if he doesn't know, I'm sure he probably would know somebody who does. Let's see if we can find where the castle is.
Maybe you should stay in the room out of sight, and one of us should go ask. Just saying. I mean,
How about we do this? And I reach over and I grab the bell that's sitting on the table and I ring it for Pip.
okay.
Okay, so you guys kind of drink a little bit of ale for several minutes, and small little kid comes up, probably about 8, 9 years old. Big smiley face, big large freckles, brown hair. And he goes, "Yeah, mister, what can I do you for?"
I reach in my money patch and my pat sachet and I pull out a silver coin
Oh,
and I lean
Wow!
and I don't lean to him. I look
What
him in the
what can I
eyes
do you for? Where
and
did that
I
come from?
extend the coin out and I ask him, I would like you to go to your father and I would like you to ask him if he knows where, what castle is it? I ask the rest of the group.
Cragmaw.
We need to know where Cragmaw Castle is. And if you can bring me that information, quietly with no one else seeing you, you can have this silver piece.
Oh. So, did my dad tell you where the ruffians were hanging out? Where the red brands were hanging out? Did he tell you what I saw the other day?
What did you see?
Oh, I was playing in the woods around the farms, around the manor, and I saw some of these goons and thugs that come into the inn and you know what all the other people in the inn talk about, and I saw them going into under the manor. They were like going down into a hole, and they had a goblin with them. It was crazy. I don't know why the goblin was hanging around with these guys. Did my dad tell you that? Did he tell you that? Did he? Did he tell you? Did he tell
Did
you?
you say a goblin went with them?
Yeah.
Did he go willingly?
There was a little green goblin with him. Yeah, they were just walking together. He didn't tell you that, did he? Did he? Did he?
This changes everything.
Dave, I pull out a silver coin of my own and give it to the kid and tell him to run off.
As he's
Oh,
running off, I tell him, no matter whatever you hear from us, you don't tell anyone else.
oh, you got it, mister. You got it.
Now,
I close
look
the
over
door
to
as he
everyone and
leaves.
say, "This is now officially connected. Why else would a goblin come talk to these ruffians unless they had the map? Or unless they didn't have the map. They're connected."
This may be how the goblins knew who to attack to try to find the map.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
getting kind of big.
And if we can capture that goblin, we can find out where this castle is.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'd say we should go after that goblin.
And then about another
That
minute or
kind
two
of changed everything right there.
goes by, and then you hear a little knock on the door again. And then Pip sticks his head in there. Mister, are you still in here?
So yes,
Man,
come on in. Close the door behind you.
He doesn't come inside or anything. He just says, you guys are really swell. You guys are the best. And then he just kind of shuts the door. And then you can hear him scampering off. You can hear his footsteps, going as he's kind of running down the hall. You can hear him kind of running down the stairs as well, the staircase, going back down to the end level.
I'm glad I'm not about to have a child soon because those things are loud.
Oh, shots fired.
Zing.
So I
I
have
hate you, Dave.
I was wondering what he was gonna say something like that.
So how about we get the kid to show us where this entrance is, where he saw the human goblin go into, and then we infiltrate the hidden lair from that point.
Maybe he can just describe it to us, because
I was about to say, how about if we just
anyone
get
to
him to
see
draw
us
it?
as a kid.
No, I'm just saying he points it out while we're still out in the forest and have him run back, and then we enter it. Just have him point it out.
There's got to be a map of the town somewhere. Maybe he can point it. We'll see if he can do it from a map. If
Well,
he
you
can't do it
guys-
from a map, we'll
You
do it
guys
from-
actually have a town of Phandalin. The map that you guys are looking at on, within Roll20 right now. This is basically what Grunden had given you, and the map of the area around Neverwinter. That is also a map that you have. Of course, it doesn't have the key locations like Coneyberry and Cragmaw Castle and stuff like that on it. But however, you still do have the map.
I ring the bell for Pip again.
Okay, Pip gets back up there. He knocks on the door 3 times. And now,
I let him in.
as he opens the door, he sounds like he's really winded now, and he's like, yeah, mister. Yeah, what you need, mister?
This time I actually get him to come in and close the door and give him a little bit of water, sit him down, and scroll the map out in front of him of the town.
Yeah.
Can you show us on this map where they disappeared into the hole?
Yeah, it's right on the side, right on the cellar. Right on the cellar, mister.
So I hand him a piece of chalk that I have in my... And I tell him to just put an X along the side of the wall and on the proper side that he saw them disappear.
Yeah, he puts an X right there, and he goes, that's where it's at. That's where I saw those goons with that goblin. I couldn't believe it.
So I walk over to the nearest fruit basket that they have over there, and I grab just the largest apple and banana that I can find, and I hand it to him with the silver coin.
Oh,
And I thank him.
You
And
would
send
have
him on his way.
banana.
thanks, mister. I'll just take the banana. I'm
Pervert.
not a big apple fan.
Not a problem. And send him on his way.
So once again, after he gets all settled down and calmed down, you hear he storms out the door again, and you can hear him running off. You can hear him, and then all of a sudden you hear him stumble, sort of like something like a bag or a sack kind of stumbling down the stairs or something. Then it's quiet for a couple seconds, and then you hear more footsteps. You think he might have fell. He's so excited.
You're gonna bruise his
God,
damn
this
kid
guy's
up.
as graceful as you are, Ammon. Maybe you do have a son.
At least this one falls on stairs. I trip on like flat ground.
Or go hanging from a rope.
Whoa.
Well, guys, do
Anyway,
we need to
What
rest?
just happened?
We need to rest tonight and go to this place first thing, like real early in the morning, and maybe catch them sleeping, or do we want to try to go there tonight?
Well,
It's always best to attack right before first light. That's when their guards and watchers are usually at their sleepiest.
how approximately what time is it now, Dave?
It's definitely nighttime now. The sun is definitely
Wow, it's
falling.
been that long?
It's probably
I thought it was like 5 when we got back to town.
no. It was early afternoon, but you guys spent all day running around town, checking
okay.
out different places, and then as you guys got back to, after you went to the Lion Shield coaster, and after everybody else went over to, wherever you guys were going, you guys get back to the inn, and it was starting to get dark. And now you guys have been here congregating, having dinner, so now it's literally dark now. It's not 1 a.m., but it is probably about 8, 9 o'clock at night now.
I suggest we rest up, and I'll wake you guys for when we have to go out and start just before the dawn.
Okay. I think since we're still all together here, why don't we go ahead and divide all the loot that we got?
Nice idea.
Before he divides all the loot, I look at the 2 key. I have the key 5 and the key 6 in my hand, and I take key 5 and I put it in my backpack, and I take key 6 and I give it to Kajojo. I tell him if he
Racist.
gets split up, or something happens, somebody needs to come back. I don't want both keys being in one spot.
Great idea. That's actually a really good idea.
All right, now let's look at loot.
Oh, I wasn't upset over the movement speeds.
I would just split it up
Not at
evenly,
all,
I
Twitchy.
guess.
But yes, Zoe, you need to
Okay,
do
that would
another one of
be,
those games.
120 copper pieces each.
I was hoping you would have done one of those by
22
now.
silver pieces each.
It's not my
and
game.
5
I
gold
wasn't upset
pieces
over
each.
it.
Now, we still haven't talked to
I-
Sildar
actually,
to
I
get
really
the
had a
50
fun
gold
time.
pieces that he promised.
It was awesome.
And then
actually.
there's 2 potions of healing, and then the
'Cause
Jade
I took
Frog,
Benjabum
which we can
down
sell
with one
at some
smite.
other point in time.
Don't forget the 3 gold teeth.
Yeah, the 3 gold teeth also.
So wait, how much silver you said?
Should be
22 silver pieces each.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, 120 copper, 22 silver, and 5 gold.
How many copper?
120.
Okay.
And I think that we should wait until the morning or whenever to sell the statue.
Yeah, it would be too late. You could literally get pure value for that. Pure
Okay.
seeing any kind of statuette or any piece of art or anything usually always pulls in full price. So you guys doing anything else? Getting blasted or plastered tonight or anything? Going
No,
to
We
the
could,
main-
I'll
we
pick
could go
up
talk
no.
to Sildar.
I go to my room and retire for the night.
Your room, huh?
Wow.
I'm not
Take that
gonna. I'm
ownership.
not gonna goof around. I'm just gonna find one of the beds and stuff my stuff underneath it, and then I'm going to go and find the bath, whether it's in the room or down the hall or whatever, and clean up.
I
Alright.
pull out a deck of.
I need to.
Go ahead.
Did you say anything about gold?
There was 5 gold.
5
That we
gold
have on
each. And then whenever Sildar gives us... Now, Dave, did you say 50 gold pieces each or 50 gold?
50 gold total.
So it'll be 10 each once he pays us. Okay.
That's actually 50 gold is that's a healthy sum of money, man.
Yeah.
Especially at y'all's level.
Yeah. So I
What
pull out
about
a
the-
deck of cards. Anybody want to do some gambling or?
No. We all know your feet.
I've got one other question. We've got 2 potions of healing. Who is going to hang on to those?
I'd say give them to the wizard.
I was going to say maybe the one to the cleric, one to the wizard.
Sure.
Very well.
They seem to be the ones that are doing the healing. I know the fighters, we both have stuff to where we can heal ourselves at
Thanks,
least
Runs.
once, so.
Thanks, everybody. Make sure you guys vote, and also be sure you're
And we can
bidding
always,
on that token pack as
before
well.
we leave here or
Let's
go
see who
do
the high
anything,
bidder is.
we can always go and buy more potions of healing also. Or
Whatever,
Yeah,
man.
maybe.
That shit's expensive.
we might be able to talk to one of the temples here, and maybe they will donate it to us.
Well, I go and freshen up, clean up, wash up, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna call it.
I'm going to probably wash up after drinking a few cups of wine, and then call it a night.
Whoa.
Well, I'm gonna drink some ale and sit in the corner doing card tricks. For the
Keeping up
most.
your skill, huh?
Well,
Yeah,
I think
I
I'm
like
gonna. I think I'm gonna go downstairs into the common room, and just kind of, go through and talk with the people, and get their feelings. Do some smoozing here and there, letting them know, hey, I'm thinking about making this my home, and that, anything that I can do to make their lives better, I will try to. I will. Since I am of the nobility, I will be able to talk with other noble houses in other towns to maybe get some concessions and things for this town.
Alright. So you're sitting up at
Whatever,
the bar.
dude.
You're
I'm still
kind
killing him.
of you're sitting at the bar. You're talking. Just common talk, and they're like, yeah, Phandalin's it's a great up and coming town, and in the future it's going to be a great town like a Daggerford or maybe a Luskin, or it's going to be a great town. And they're like, yes, it's a great place to start a family. Do you have family, sir?
No,
He
I don't
does
have a
now.
family.
Absolutely, Wally. I always hang out afterwards.
Very soon.
Sir?
Why do you think he's looking for a place to settle?
Oh, you got a family, sir?
Nope, no family here.
I shout down from the upper levels. Yes, he does.
I just instinctively start laughing for no reason. Upstairs.
Oh my gosh.
And all you can hear from me is loud snoring.
So after
By the way, is there a sorcerer or wizard here in town that does potions?
no, we don't have any kind of we hardly ever have adventurers, so we don't really have any like a big city type of Magic store. Well, that would be in Waterdeep. We don't have anything
I'll
like that.
I'll sell you a healing potion for
Well, maybe
20
we'll
gold.
have to do something about that. Maybe get a magic
Death, what's up, buddy?
dealer that deals in potions and other things to come into town.
Good to see you tonight, Death. Glad you got to make it. And this video will be up probably not till
I'm
Sunday.
sleeping. I'm waiting for
Tomorrow I
before
won't be able
morning
to do
light.
it.
I'm
And
getting my
I don't
rest
think I'll
up.
be able to do it tonight because I got to go to bed after this. So I don't know, maybe.
Like I said,
Check
you
back.
can hear me
I might do it
snoring
tonight.
from miles away.
All right, so as you guys are starting to fall asleep, but Edward, you hear more talk about the red brands and how they hang out down at the Sleeping Giant, and you notice that they keep talking, they keep mentioning that their makeshift leader, or he just really doesn't do anything about it, and he's basically turning his eye on it. And his name is Harbin Wester. The pompous fat little ass that what's her name at the Lion Shield said. And they also, it's just as the night goes by and the more ale flows and the more wine flows, it seems like they're starting to become a little bit looser. So why don't you give me a perception check as well? And that is for you, Mr. Edward.
As I head to sleep, I go over and touch Ammon's pillow and cast my strongest light spell on it.
Nice.
I jump up just screaming in blindness.
Say, enjoy that, buddy. Good night.
I grab the pillow and throw it at him as he's walking away. I look at the bed next to me and I grab that pillow and pull it over.
All right, so basically more stuff about the red brands, and more talk about the murder that happened several weeks back, and just talking about the orchards, and there's just really no other new information that you've heard.
Same old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely
Pillow
will,
was
Wally.
bothering the shit out of me, so I climb out of bed, I grab that, I go over to the door, I open the door, I walk to the edge of the second floor, and I fling that damn lighted pillow just out in the middle of everybody, and then storm back into the room.
As he's throwing it, I cancel the spell.
Ouch.
and go around the room touching every other pillow, casting light on them.
That's great.
You just
It's a
love
good thing
messing
I'm
with
in the other
road.
room.
Anything else you're doing, Ed, or are you gonna call it quits after getting all tanked up for the night?
I think I'll go ahead and call it quits for the night.
All right. Yeah, I'll give you a chance. Unfortunately, that perception
Yeah.
was just a little bit too low. Unfortunately. So,
I yell at him, make sure you bring your pillow.
I was proficient in perception. It just not very well.
I saw that. So you guys get to sleep. You get up in the morning, and you're down.
Wait. While everybody's
Okay.
asleep, I
Sure.
get my, I sneak out of bed, I get my rope, and
Congratulations
I tie
on the
that
offers,
bastard
Death.
to his bed.
I'm
the
trying to
light
find
spells.
a job.
And then I go
College
back to sleep.
education here, trying to find a job. Anybody's hiring. That's crazy, dude.
Talk about nothing but medieval bondage.
Nothing. Next morning comes, guys. You guys are down there having breakfast. Pip bangs on the door, and you guys head down to the Stonehill Inn. Old Toblin's wife, Trelina, brings you out a nice hunk of bacon, pulls nice green vegetables from plenty of from the orchard down the road, and you sight for sore eyes. You actually find what's his name? He comes down from his room as well. what's his name? Stalin? Yeah, Stalin.
Sildar.
Sildar. All these names, guys, even I'm getting confused a little bit. So, Sildar, he does come down, and he actually doesn't even really invite himself. He just pulls up a chair and sits down at the table with you guys.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey guys, how's it going? Did you find anything good in Phandalin?
Oh, hell no.
He does. I'm all rested up now and ready to rock and roll.
Oh dear lord.
So, he does come down. He sits with you and he asks you if you've found anything out. And
Bonnie's long lost husband.
oh my gosh, he actually tells you that the person that he's trying to find, he has not been seen. Although he does take a sack of coins and he does put it on the table, and he tells you that this is for helping him and getting him back to Phandalin. He says, "It is all here, my friends. Don't worry about it. No need to count it here. You never know who's looking, and this is your 50 gold."
So everybody gets 10 each.
So yeah, you guys basically get 10 gold apiece. And he told you that his colleague of the Griffin Cavalry back in Waterdeep, Larno Albrecht, hasn't been seen in several months now. And he was thinking that maybe he was hanging low here in Phandalin, but unfortunately he's disappeared and nothing has been seen of him, heard of him, and nothing. He's just disappeared.
Well, we've heard of some other disappearances also, and they seem to be connected with this group of brigands called the Red Brand. Have you heard of them?
Oh no! What about these red brands? Who are they?
Well, it seems their leader is
That's not suspicious.
Glassstaff, and they seem to be providing quote-unquote protection to the merchants here, kind of shaking them down, getting money for nothing. And the other day they killed one of the woodcrafters in front of his wife and child, and now the wife and child are missing.
That reminds me of a story several years back. There was this back when I was a younger lad, back in my younger adventuring days. There was this damn guild called the Banana Rammers in Waterdeep, and they would go around and
God.
they would hustle everyone in Waterdeep. They would offer them protection, and it sounds like it's the same thing happening here in Phandalin, which is a shame. This is a beautiful small town that, I mean, heck, you could even start a family here.
Yeah, we know.
Or someone in a group knows.
But he tells you that he's spoken with the innkeeper, and his little supply, his little care package has been left here for almost 2 months, and they haven't seen his colleague since. Haven't heard anything. He's just disappeared.
Well, we were fixing to go confront these Red Brand, and if we find your colleague, or maybe we can find some correspondence talking about your colleague, we will definitely let you know.
I would greatly appreciate it. I would love to help fight with you, but I'm still in a weakened state, and plus I don't have my treasured longsword that I have adored my entire adulthood life.
We have been told that these Red Brands are also consorting with goblins.
Goblins, you say? Wow. That's definitely not good. Maybe there's something with them and maybe Grunden? I mean, he has to be found as well. Maybe
That's what we're
That's what
hoping
we're
to
thinking.
find out.
So do you have a location for these goons?
Yes, we do.
So, speaking out of character here, if you ever doubt what an NPC says, Robert, you can always do an insight check. You can always say, "Hey, I want to do an insight check to see if
I
he's
just
telling me the
got a
truth or
bad
not."
feeling that this guy knows way more than he's letting on.
Hey, at any time you can always feel free
Could
to
I
say,
do
hey,
that right now?
absolutely, if you want to do an insight check.